the retry battles. Is it Martis or Baxia? Who has the upper edge?
Should be Martis. Should
Martis.
still be Martis. Has
So
more.
it's basically the same thing.
Not as dominant as the Akai though. Baxia can make his way into these turtle pits, so it's a bit 50-50. It will depend on execution, especially because they have a Lunox that can burst these neutral objectives.
Alright, both of these teams, both RRQ and EVOS Legends, have set their compositions in.
You can really see the differences here with EVOS Legends playing around the XP first turtle. Both of these junglers clear very fast though. Now it's lethal.
With the spin, early flicker, no real achievement there, no real gains, so that might be a waste of flicker.
Yeah, Taz was able to get the lethal as well. The Dreams caught low. Forced to recall, but one of the things that I wanted to highlight was the fact that Skylar brought in the sprint and not the Purify, even though he's going against something like Taz, who in the grand scheme of things can utilize that ultimate, his deadly spin, heavy spin, to be deadly.
Also, there's Divine Judgment, right? So Skylar is, I guess, pretty confident in that fact. Not bringing a Purify, not like his fellow teammate here, Rembo. Yeah, I mean, without that Purify, I feel like Rembo can be a juicy target, realizing that there are going to be a lot of CC entering this fight.
Alright, now looking at it, this is exactly as expected, right? EVOS Legends, with their winning lane in the gold lane, will most probably rotate up top a lot, but they need to go for the turtle too, and now both of the teams with equal neutral objective control are going to be stepping down there. I do believe Akai has a bit of an advantage though when it comes down to these retry battles, so we'll see how this plays out, because Taz and Albert are both level 4.
Let's see now, right? Dreams now. Oh, Cyclops opening with that favorite spider.
Wow.
First blood falls to White Tigers, getting that first kill. Lemon now stuck with that split. Albert is dealing damage onto Cyclops. Lemon mounting Dreams. Is there damage though? But take a look at the backside as Cyclops gets taken down as Albert and Rimbo will able to find that kill.
Okay, and both of these teams have actually opted to reset the turtle. None of them went for the take. They just opted for the trade, 1-2-1 here. But I don't know here, EVOS Legends, they might want to come back into the fray, seeing as their positioning already in momentum set up for it.
Here, opening up here, shooing away EVOS Legends' members as now, yeah, the turtle has been resetted now. Dreams entering and trying to find a vision. Taz initiating the Lord. Is this the right take? As is also not convinced of the setup. Cyclops opening up the previous fighter toward the backside, trying to harass. Then might be caught. Oh, altar popped. Albert is very low, and Cyclops will be the first to be taken down. EVOS Legends now might look forward to this. As the White Low with that heavy spin, able to take the first neutral objective.
Amazing plays by both of the teams, trading properly here. EVOS Legends playing for the long haul, going for the objective and not fighting for, wow, the turtle. Not team fighting, my bad. The town prediction has got me bamboozled here. Only one RRQ vote through all the talents. Wow, alright, so I guess we're all in favor of EVOS when it comes down to the draft, and so far I think in terms of neutral objective control, like we mentioned, even though they were a man down, they were able to get that turtle, right? What I do want to mention is why the Spirimus Roam can work for RRQ. We mentioned the negatives of it, the magic damage not there to give more called Ultra HP, but with the Spirimus passive, it lets you respawn super fast once you get taken down, so your map pressure, the vision you have of the map is constantly going to be there, and I think for RRQ, that's very important. Always having vision on Dreams, on Hijuman, always opening up the side of the map where they want to play for.
You can see after the turtle take, they instantly start to rotate to the top side. Like you mentioned earlier here, Miracle, they were able to get that level 4 and they were able to get a turtle out of it. So EVOS Legends, they're switching their focus perhaps here in the top side. But Albert seems to be more hell-bent and focused on getting a pick onto Brands, realizing he is way more vulnerable, especially if Dreams does not cause a retaliation.
They need to be careful because they need to know that Flicker Divine Judgment is already in Dream's playbook, right? So they need to realize here, they need to be careful also. Providing assist onto his palette is here.
Let's take a look at the emblems here. It is just standard across the board, not much changing at all. Even Brand still going for the Electro Flash as usual. What's interesting is for RRQ. Redbow has decided to go Purify up against the competition. Stun or CC, they can actually Purify after this Psychon CJB, right? Dreams, still that Divine Judgment can't be purified. You have to be very careful of the positioning.
Evan mounting Taz. Heavy spin pops again. Second neutral objective take. Ball alter pops Hijime quite low on that HP. But there you go, the damage falls through Rainbow. Picking up a kill. EVOS Legends a trade, a turtle for a kill.
100% miss retribution by Albert so far, as Taz was able to get 2 of it on point. And seems like even though they were able to get it, they still trade 1 member every time they go for it. But with that in mind, it seems like EVOS Legends, they don't have as much map pressure as I thought they would have, but Bronze.
3v1, Bronze now quite low. Rainbow securing another important kill. RRQ. Wow.
Beautiful plays by RRQ, man. Again, that mobility playing a huge part in the early game. And back again, we need to talk about the win conditions here. EVOS Legends, the reason they've just letting go of team fights and going for neutral objective takes instead of team fighting has just been to get Brands to a place where he's comfortable to deal damage, right? With this composition, the Valentina plays as more of a cover hero. She is still going to be going for full damage, but it's mainly to cover for Brands. Brands is the only damage source they can rely on later on in the game. And that's why they've just been focusing on neutral objectives. But if Brands gets ganked like that with no help from his team, it's going to be bad. Because if you have Brands on EVOS to carry you in the late game, RRQ have Redbow on the Farsa, who's 2-0, can snowball. He doesn't even need to wait for the late game. And Skylar on the Claude. Once he gets that 3-item power spike, which he will be able to do earlier than France, it's going to be massive, and they can actually dictate these team fights however they want.
Man, RRQ read that initiation play coming from EVOS Legends. The conceal play didn't pay off as they were hiding in the bush there behind the turret. And they're smelling it. They understand what EVOS Legends want to do here in the early game as well. But now things are going to be different. The turtle is going to spawn.
Look at topside, Brands very low. Rainbow finding the kill, blazing duet. Deals a lot of damage. Dreams now flickering away. Albert picking up the killing spree now. Neutral objective will be the main focus. Taz versus Albert. Who will get it? Taz, perfect turtle in this game. RRQ though wins the team fight.
It's crazy because RRQ are so ahead when it comes to the team fights, but EVOS Legends are still able to somehow get the turtle to their side. Taz on the retreat, so good. Right now you can also see the capitalization up top.
Bravest fighter, 3v1. Gets the clear though. Now reinforces Brands, finding a kill. Albert might be next with feathered X-Ride to zone them away. Take a look at Taz though. He is invading the jungles.
Psychos has just been an amazing impression on EVOS Legends, right? The fact that he was able to zone out the member, particularly Skylar, who should be able to juke him with the BMI, but even then, Psychos is still able to harass him a lot. And Skylar, even though he's reached that power spike, that mid power spike, because of the itemization that he's opted for, doesn't seem he's able to do that much of an impact because of that. And we can take a look here at the gold differences by UBS Gold as well. That kind of shows that Skylar is falling a little bit behind Bronze now.
That's crazy. France has been taken down twice, and despite that, he's still able to accumulate a gold lead against this laner who has been ganked. He's been playing the strong side of the map, by the way. Rainbow, though, however, you can see that even he is losing. He has 3 kills, 3 assists, but the farm is just not there. EVOS Legends and their efficiency. We mentioned RRQ, how they are so efficient according to the stats and the team charts, but here it's EVOS Legends. Why is this a thing for EVOS? It's how they're able to control the neutral objectives. Taz being so reliable and them picking up turrets. RRQ can pick up kills all they want, but players will always be able to respawn. Now these structures and neutral objectives, on the other hand, will never respawn. Once you take them, that's a lead forever, and the siege game from EVOS is immaculate. RRQ have the better rotations with the mobility that they have, but they're not utilizing it. They're staying in place. They don't have pressure in the mid lane.
Brilliant macro play right comes out of EVOS Legends here. Taking 3 turrets already. Now let's see here, the Lord Dance for our first
Oh,
match.
Dreams.
Only by Judgment connecting on towards Lemon. Not enough damage to take him down though. Skyler with the blazing duet will deal damage also as Franz. He gets taken down. Drown's lingering away. Hijume next on the chopping block. That's a 5v3 Cyclops though. Try to find Skyler with the massive juke. Now Cyclops is going to be next in that chopping block. 3 members 4-0 as RRQ will definitely secure the Lord.
They played that really well, right? Skylar was able to get out, dish out the entirety of the damage from the blazing duet and take out Brands first. And you can expect that kind of aggression, especially on to Brands, who has not yet built that WON, I believe.
Let's see. Free Turtle over to the side of RRQ. A brilliant team fight with brilliant positioning as well. And this is where the tides shift again. It was EVOS Legends who were able to weather the storm of that early game with their constant pressure in the side lanes and their neutral objective control. But with one team fight, a mistake by Dreams. Divine Judgment onto the glue, or the frontliner here. They don't have nearly as much damage to really burst glue down at this point of the game. Brands, even though he has a small lead again, on top of Skyler, it's still a carry who has to not hit those item power spikes, and RQ are utilizing it here.
Goodness, Taz popping that heavy spin just as a defense. That's also information that perhaps RRQ will force a fight. Take a look at the better air strike. Insta quarter HP for Brands. Yeah, it's a perfect defense, but oh my god, the Judgment, no follow-up though. Another overcommitment play from Dreams.
The Dark Altar was figured out here earlier on before the Lord team trashed. I think RRQ would have wanted to save that resource for a little bit later when they get all those tier 2 turrets. But now it's going to be a different story as Albert here looking to go for the kill onto Brands.
Albert here popping that true beauty. Taz caught in that mix. Very low, surviving though. But now his third side gets taken down. Brands retreating from that blazing duet. There's the first Lord, so it's very manageable. But RRQ still claims that bottom structure.
Dreams with the targeting has just not been on point. The communication is all over the place right now for EVOS Legends. The reason it was bad for EVOS right there, more bad for EVOS than for RRQ, is they are happy to trade the Cold Altar for the Divine Judgment. It gives Skyler so much space, all the space actually, because they were able to bait Taz's heavy spin as well. No heavy spin, no Divine Judgment, easy work for Skyler. Jumps in, he also has the sprint, he can just maneuver around, deal damage, knowing that Brands hasn't gotten with nature, which was a good, good spot by you. But again, no one can touch him. No one can even get close to him without these lockdown CCs present, and RRQ know that. That's why Rainbow was positioning so aggressively, because they know that they have backed EVOS Legends into a corner, and they have a Cult Altar, which can help Rainbow out of just Hijume and Dream. It's absolutely phenomenal execution from RRQ, who are really dictating the pace with that early game mobility that they built for themselves.
I mean, 4,200, 300 gold lead right now as well, right? So RRQ, even despite losing a little bit of their edge in that early game from EVOS Legends, they've actually been able to turn it back around with how they play these team fights and how they've been bidding the resource skills away from EVOS Legends. Now, 10 seconds left on the clock. This is the defining moment. So far, EVOS Legends has been able to get that retribution on point. Being this far behind, do they want to contest? And if they do, they need a proper game plan to, of course, take Skyler down and be aware of the damage before Dreams goes in for that end game.
Let's see, Brandon RRQ already setting the Lord up with 5 members. That vicinity, EVOS still now trying to catch up. Will they commit to a fight? Dreams has that flicker, Divine Judgment ready as well. Lemon trying to bait more information regarding the whereabouts of the EVOS players. Cyclops again and trying to find that brilliant famous fighter play, but it seems like it's just neutral.
Very neutral right now, and looks like it's finally gone back to control. Look at the conceal,
Breaker and Divine Judgment connecting. Cold Altar plays, but take a look at the 4 members. Reinforcement, Scholar gets taken down. And now Lemon trying to find the remake, but no clear follow-up. Mountain 1, but he gets taken down. Immortal will be futile as the Lord will fall to the White Tigers. EVOS Legends in minute number 15. They are responding. They are angry at the Kings of Kings. They look lost.
So wonderfully executed by EVOS Legends there. First, they were able to win the team fight, get another pick on the board, and they were able to secure the Lord out of all things. An inhibitor turret in the mid-side goes down, and that is where EVOS Legends take back what once was theirs.
I've got goosebumps, man. I want to analyze, but I gotta live in the moment too. What in the world was that? EVOS Legends behind 2,000 gold. Not even map pressure, but they build and build. Slow pushing that bottom side and clearing the mid lane for the conceal play to come in. And perfect flicker. Good decision by Dream. He flickers forward with Skylar backing up. He finds Rainbow. He baits out the cold altar and they play it perfectly. They know. Look at the spacing. I don't think we're gonna get a replay, but look at the spacing Franz was able to put from himself and that blazing duet. He knew that Skylar was gonna pop back right as the Divine Judgment comes in and the cold altar was popped. So he positioned himself in a way where he's back there. Once Skylar comes in, he will be able to dish out the damage. He has it with nature now. And remember, Skylar does too, but he does true damage.
It was EVOS defending Last Lord. Now it's them on the offense. Let's see, it's just still the second Lord, but two base turrets taken down. Well, technically with the Lord push, base turret top side gets taken down. EVOS won't commit on towards the third. It seems like they will reset.
They don't find the opening they want, right? It seems like all their resources are up, but Dreams isn't able to find the same effect that they were before. But with the Lord, with the waves pushing down in the bottom side, they might feel different. But luckily, RRQ still has that high ground in Rainbow. They're going to utilize that to their advantage.
Goodbye, Lemon. All right, immobilizing two members now. This might be a mistake. EVOS looking for the re-engage. Lemon that gets taken down first. Heavy's been bombed, and there you go. Another member caught, and it's been forcing that old altar alone. Take a look at it. Skylar in the back side trying to relieve off pressure, but then bot side will be taken down. Oh, a solo here. 1v1, Franz and Rainbow. It's going to be Rainbow finding the shutdown. Unstoppable for the sky as EVOS will look for the clear in the bot and top and mid.
Wow, again, what a crazy fight from both RRQ and EVOS Legends. Now, Albert is looking for more here. He does get the purple buff, but back again into that team fight. EVOS Legends had a 3,000 gold lead. That was back again. Brilliant play by Skylar, cutting the waves, understanding that they have lost the team fight, and it's just that awareness from Skylar as to how the team fight is going to go. He utilizes the blazing duet in a crazy way to clear the mini waves in the mid lane. Even if he dies, it's going to be worth it because they buy a bit more time. But now it's another Lord in the game. 18 minutes in, we'll see who gets it.
Franz will join the party very soon. As of now, it's 5v4. Take a look at the positioning here. Lapu and Valentina will come flanking side. Skylar will utilize this as now. Dreams looking for the concealed play front side. Not commit on towards any Divine Judgment here. Side on top of that, Raven Spider and Lord will be secured by EVOS Legends. Very comfortably will argue towards a fight. Seems like EVOS, they don't want business. They disengage, and let's see the offense from them.
Man, how is Taz doing this over and over and over again? Being able to win those retreat battles against Albert of all people. And EVOS Legends, once again, they're turning it around. And notice before that Lord, they were able to put the pressure on these side lanes as well. So the macro, the micro, all of them, they're just adjusting to RRQ Hoshi.
They simply can't go for neutral objective takes, man. They cannot contest for these neutral objectives. Sure, on one side you can say Taz, phenomenal retribution, which he does have. Right now, currently better in the retreat battle against Albert by far. But Albert is in a significant disadvantage now as they are going to try to look for the defense.
Everything is put on towards Albert, and still he survives for now. Still has that immortal heavy skin popped as well. Cold altar from that IMU popped. Take a look at Silence. Next Cyclops will pop that Raven Spider as well. Still surviving, but objectively RRQ managed to defend this Lord.
Still unable to crack RRQ's base open for the moment. EVOS Legends, they haven't been able to find the opening. They went on an all-in. They wasted all their resources on Albert. And it's the right idea, right? You want to make a man advantage, but to put all that on Albert of all people, now, was that wise?
I think at that point, they needed to go for someone, right? The Lord was pushing in, Albert was holding the Lord down, and everybody was spacing so far away that Dreams can't go for a Flicker Divine Judgment play. Even here, look at the spacing. Look at where Skyler puts that beam line. Look at Redbow, right? They're always so far apart from their front line that it makes it hard for Dreams to actually catch that back line. Therefore, they were forced to go for just the front liner. They tried it, it didn't work out. Now they understand that, and they won't do it again. But at this point of the game, any mistake can be capitalized, can be punished super well, right? The timers are gonna go nuts here in the 20th minute of the game. But for both teams, they are resetting. They do not want to fight unnecessarily before the neutral objective is up.
Let's see, 40 seconds on that next Lord, and yeah, it's a reset here. Sure, EVOS Legends with that goal lead, but at this point, 20 minutes of game time, it's an equal game, right? It's just neutralized, one base turn is left for both teams, so let's see here, again, no mistakes clearly for both teams. Who will make the mistake first? We'll see.
I think wave management is so important at this point of the game, right? Because right now, the waves are going to be pushing a little bit more just equal. Maybe in the mid side, it is going to push in favor of EVOS Legends, but the side lanes are what's going to catch my eye, especially now that the Lord has already spawned. It really depends. If they want to go for the prolonged game, that's important. But who's going to be able to clear those waves faster in those side lanes is going to have the bigger advantage on taking this Lord.
I think initially RRQ had a very good idea. It's actually slow pushing that top lane and the bottom lane, but it actually, unfortunately, pushed it a bit too fast. Where EVOS Legends are able to utilize that and build a slow push for themselves. Now bottom lane, you can really see Psychon roaming down there to create that slow push in that top lane as well. You can see a brilliant slow push set up earlier by Brands, as now RRQ are going to be caught. There's a distraction everywhere. Mid lane pushing in, top lane slow pushing, even the bottom lane now going to be managed by EVOS. And if RRQ play this way without caring of the minion waves, it's just going to be a reset in this position. EVOS are going to have the advantage, and there it is!
Flicker Divine Judgment connecting up towards Skyler. A huge, massive play by Dreams. And now it's 5v4. They're looking for the fight as Lemon now trying to disrupt the offense here in the backside. Dreams still caught in a no man's land with no follow-up damage. Lemon mounting Brands here. He still has that immortal. Will that be enough damage for Lemon to take down Brands? Seems like cooldown very soon. And this is going to be their engage. Lemon with that immortal will not be able to survive. And that's GG, 2-0 in the hands of EVOS Legends.
Oh man, and the Lord is going to be secured by Taz uncontested. And that is the importance of those waves. It looks like RRQ Hoshi were caught in a decision making, right? Did they want to clear? Do they want it to stay? Do they want to bait EVOS Legends? There was hesitation, and EVOS Legends took advantage of that.
Wave manipulation, exactly how you said it, Eterna. That was how EVOS Legends were able to control that part of the map. Map control is so important when you have a Kaja, and RRQ mistimed their slow push and streams again. He's looking for someone.
Albert baiting the Lord to take the Blaster bot side. Taz popping Skyler, but they're being able to escape from that BMI. Suppression comes in, damage comes through. EVOS Legends is creating at this point. Every little pop really gets taken down, and EVOS Legends in El Clasico twice first.
Oh, EVOS Legends lead the series, the best of 3 series, the 25th El Clasico. And RRQ Hoshi now, they're caught in a bad position. They're caught in a corner.
What a start and what a draft. What a performance.